My master used to say, that horses were trained. They just teach us the way they like to be ridden. You can train a horse out of fear, any animal actually, out of anything you want. You can train him with love, you can train him with fear, you can train him with all the nuances between those, and you can train them by pain. You can train them all sorts of ways. If you have a good relation with your horse, everything is going to be easy.
Movement, like everything else, is energy. And of course, the bigger movement, the more energy you feel. And that energy can be of any source. Therefore, when you are sitting on the horse of that magnitude and you let him move, he is giving you all the power that he has, and you feel that raw power. I think it's very important to know that the more relaxed and the more happy the horse in his brain, the less emotional he's going to be, and then the more movement he's going to be able to produce. So it's very important for me to have the well-being of the horse being the most important part in the training. Because if he's happy, he will be able to give you the most movement. Well, I think that we will discuss in length the why the movement are so important, the sideways movement are so important. One of the reasons is that you don't know, but the shoulder blade of the horses are not attached to the thoracic cage or to the vertebra, to the spine. In other words, they do not have collarbone like we have. Therefore, when you are sitting on top of your horse, you are sitting on the top of a group of muscle, ligament, and tendon. And if this muscle and the tendon are tight together, then the whole body of the horse is tight. For me, there is basically two movements. One is the shoulder in, and the other one is the haunches in. And then everything else comes from there. Half passes, travers, renvers, all those movements come from those things. It's a horse who is bent, for example, to the left and go to the right, that's a shoulder in. And if he's bent to the left, going to the left, that's the haunches in. And of course, the same thing to the right. For what we want is the horse able to go in the direction of his bent or away from his bent. Shoulder in was invented legally, if I can say that, by François Robichon de la Grinière, a Frenchman in the 1700s. In fact, now we know that Manuel Carlos d'Andrade, who was a Portuguese man, discovered it about the same time. It shows that the knowledge came on earth at the same time in different countries with different people that did not know each other. The advantage of the shoulder in is that it makes the horse cross his leg, the front and the back, and moving away from the bend. This is very important. You have the same bend from the ears to the tail. Most of the time, the horses are not forward. And if you push and force the horse laterally, which is nothing to do with the sideways movement that we're talking about, then you are going to finish with the horse very crooked. But if the horse is forward and you use those suppling movements to make the horse more supple and more active and more relaxed in his movement, then you are going to get exactly what it is. Most of the time also people do not have the knowledge of the shoulder in enough. They do a minimum shoulder in that doesn't do any good. Therefore, they don't feel the benefit of what it is. They think it's just another movement that you do. I've been doing shoulder in haunches in for 25 years, and it's like the Zen people say, you chop wood and carry water. You practice every day, you do it every day, you do it every day. And then every day things become a little different, a little bit better.